Heyokas is Roslynn back at you one more. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. Our returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, thank you so much for the love and support. I know I tell y'all that every video, but I truly appreciate you. Being able to know we can connect and vibe on the same level of frequencies is truly a blessing. Just being able to know there's someone out there that can relate to the things that you go through, as well as, the things that you embrace to go through or whatever. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. If you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's the positive feedback to the response of the video that you're watching, or you're just up and telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are informative, insightful, and give you a good vibe, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times and need spiritual guidance, or just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. Is greatly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music that you're hearing in the background is from the channel Minds of Unison. I'm using them again. The meditation is very calming. It's called Boost Your Self-Esteem. Be Happy, binaural beats, isochronic tones with subliminal messages. And I will post their link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing is called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas. To move forward, we just have to breathe and take a big step back. A lot of times when we know what we're trying to do in our lives, we know what we need to take care of. We know what we need to focus on. We know what we need to change. We know what we need to embrace and hold on to, stay focused on. Or we know how to just step back and allow ourselves to release what isn't serving us anymore. Because a lot of times when we're heading towards stuff, number one, when you're doing something at a different direction, if you have been comfortable in going a certain direction at a certain frequency for so long, when you're trying to transform that and transmute it, whatever you want to call it, a lot of times it can be really, really frustrating and really hard, because it's like you're reprogramming yourself to see something a different way, to think about it a certain way, to embark on it a certain way, embodying something in a certain way. And at times when you feel like something has changed in a big way, you start getting nervous, because a lot of times if you've been in toxic situations where you feel like you're not worthy of these things, even though you're on the one side of your mind, it's like, I really want these things in my life, I really think I deserve these things. And when things starting to change, you get close to it, sometimes I ain't even gonna lie, I used to get scared and self-sabotage myself and don't even realize I did it. And then at a certain point it's just like, I felt like, I'm ready. And then when it gets close to that, I changed my mind at the same time, because it's just like, what if I'm not good enough? Or, we have that what if in our mind. It's just like when you allow yourself to believe in yourself, because there's, like I told y'all, I'm trying to add on different projects that I'm trying to do. And it's just like, my mind is staying focused, like focus on the situation. And that could be stressful. And just for you getting stressed out, it can drain you, because you're allowing yourself to focus on something, not allowing yourself to, put it in the universe, like, universe, can I get some kind of guidance? Can I get some kind of understanding so I can allow these things to unfold, flow with no force, allowing myself to just allow myself to just go day by day. Because a lot of times, like I even said on the last couple of videos, we feel like there are certain things that we're still trying to heal from and change. We get aggravated, because at times it's like when you're really trying to focus on the positivity or trying to see the bigger picture, change your perspective of how you see certain people, how you see certain situations. And then you ask universe, it's like, can you allow me to heal from anything that is no longer serving me? And then all of a sudden, when you're getting towards that time, all these vibes, and especially with all these daggone what is it, these phases that we're going through, and especially with all these portals coming open, you're having these crazy vibes, you're getting emotional, you're going through transitions. So it's like it is, you're getting headaches, you're getting body aches, you're having vivid dreams, you're asking, they always say be careful what you ask for. And a lot of times when the prayers are being answered, it's not being answered in the way you thought they were going to be. So you have to allow yourself to let these situations come up, become observant, and not allowing yourself to absorb those emotions. Because it's like, I remember it was a post I was going to get ready to use. I don't know if I was getting ready to share it or I was going to use it as a thumbnail, but it's like, if you focus on something for so long, and especially if it has something to do with negativity or something that's just not serving you, it's like you're double timing that time of allowing yourself to go through that situation again, which end up bringing up old emotions back up that are no longer needed in your life. These things have a reason for happening. Maybe if it's something that, whatever your weaknesses is, and I have to realize that, and we're all learning that as well. Whatever our weaknesses is, universe has a crazy way, they got dark humor, of putting you in certain situations for that situation to change the weaknesses you have so it can align with your strengths. If you're in certain situations where you do not have any kind of patience, I had zero tolerance of patience. I want my stuff like yesterday. I get placed in situations where I have no choice but to wait, but allow myself to appreciate, what's unfolding for me to be able to receive the things that I asked for. And then it's just like what I wanted, you know, may end up coming out so much more bigger than I ever imagined, just because of allowing myself not to give up on myself, believe in myself, believe in the universe, believe in where they're trying to take me. Now, the next person, they can send you somewhere and they can put you in a lion's den. But if the universe is telling you to go a certain direction, they want you to be able to trust in yourself and trust in them, that they're guiding you towards this way for a certain reason. If they keep trying to take certain people out your life. And I know there was a post that I put a few weeks ago with my dad on, and it's just like how karma works, especially when it comes to toxic people in your life. They will allow those certain people to keep hurting you and hurting you and hurting you until you allow yourself to say, you know what? I don't even know why I'm allowing myself to deal with something like that, because I know I deserve better. I know I'm a good person. You have to understand how people treat you is how they treat themselves. That's why I try to be, very, I'm just like, I'm cool, but it'll be certain things that has presented itself to me. And I know I've changed a lot from that, where some things I don't even give a response. It's just like when I block you, that was the response you're going to get, because I already see it's going to be something that you're going to keep carrying on. And I don't have time for that. There ain't even time, but it's just for that moment. I could be investing in something that's going to give me my growth. It's going to glow me up in some kind of way. It's transforming me to go to a higher level. I can't allow myself to keep focusing on that. And sometimes you just have to breathe. Take that pause for that cause. Like, y'all know, you've been with me for a while. There'll be days that I gotta sit up here and say, hey, y'all, I love y'all to death, but I gotta go take me a time out for myself. I love what I do. But if I know if I want to continue to do what I got to do, I got to make sure myself is right. I can't help somebody. That's like the blind lead the blind. If somebody coming to me for assistance, I was like, girl, I can't even find myself out of a damn paper bag. You don't need to be asking me, and it's just like I had to be able to practice what I preach. If I'm telling somebody, be patient, stay calm, stay calm, and I'm just sitting up here, like a daggone Tasmanian devil. I can't tell somebody to do that when I'm looking at my situation about to lose my last mind, and it's just like when I allow myself, like in the last few days, I've been going through so many changes, but they weren't stressful changes. It was like I would get aggravated by certain things, but it was just like, Roslynn, just chill for a minute and breathe. Is this something that you need to be stressing off of? Well, no. Then why are you doing that? You got to ask yourself that. Or if you're wanting something in your life, like I said, a few days ago, you have to ask yourself, okay, if you want to be having a soulmate come into your life, or you wanting to be married, are you wanting to be able to have a companion in your life that matches what you desire, what you want to have in a relationship? Because like I said a long time ago, when somebody asked me, we're getting to know each other, what you want in a relationship, I had this mentality to where a relationship is going to mean like it was some kind of title. And it was like, I don't know. And it's just like, oh, they'll be good to play somebody because you don't have any expectations. You're not looking for something in a relationship, you just want that title. So you can't be mad when you get what you ask for. They're not going to, go above and beyond. They don't feel like they need to be honest with you about something. They can be 50-50 about supporting you on anything. They can come back in your life and try to block you from every happiness that you're aiming towards. And then it's just like, I even hate it when people say, I gotta, low expectancy, like I'm low maintenance. That's what I heard. And I'm like, oh, you never should tell anybody that, because it's like you are inviting anybody to treat you any kind of way. And I've been in situations where I allowed things to happen that reflect to me I didn't not love myself. Because if I love myself, I'm not gonna allow myself to tolerate a lot of things. I'm gonna allow myself to back up. There'll be times I want to go off and have the last word. I'm just stay silent, because a lot of times it's like a person with growth. When you know you're right about certain things, a lot of times allow them to find out. You don't even got to say nothing. You got to allow them to learn their own way. And you just have to do that. But it's allowing you, when they're telling you things are unfolding in unimaginable ways. Allow yourself to be surprised at the things you can't. It's just like, if you're looking forward to a certain thing, and at times we're like, dang, I wonder how it's going to unfold. I wonder how this is going to take place. I wonder how it's going to happen. It's just like if you're really wanting to see a movie, and then somebody done told you the ending already. It's not going to be interesting to you, because you already know what the ending is going to take place. They want you to be able to get excited about the transformation that you're going through, being able to appreciate all the life lessons of growth that you're getting with the knowledge of things that took place in your life that you can truly appreciate. And it's like, when you want something and you're mad because it's not here, you have to ask yourself, are you aligned with everything that you're asking for? Is your mind set to a point where it's on that same level as something you're asking to enter into your life? Just like, I cut myself off when I said there's an ADD thing. When you want a relationship, you have to ask yourself, the person who you are right now, if you had a double, what you do if you have a twin flame? Would you date you with all the hot mess type of energy you got right now? Do you want to be able to tolerate with somebody that's coming at you with the energy that you're keeping? If oh, I love myself. When you're giving that love towards yourself, you're opening that up to give somebody to love you the same way you love yourself. If there's things that you want to change about yourself that you feel low, then you're allowing yourself to work on those things, allowing yourself to be patient, because these are the things you're learning about yourself that you may not even paid attention to. I looked at my situation because I was going through a lot of depression, and I used to smoke hellified weed, chain smoking cigarettes, drinking all the time, because I escaped from the pain that I had to acknowledge, because all the things I was going through was too much for me to be able to move forward and focus on. Because it's like the things that I found out, it was like I was dealing with 5 different things all at one time, and it wasn't petty stuff. It was really serious stuff that could have really made me, I lost my mental, for a while. I had to go search it to come bring it back. And when it came back, it was something all different. And it's just like, there will be times where I'll sit here and I'll tell the universe I'm grateful for everything that has happened to me, good or bad. There's a lot of things that, I was angry about, from when I went enraged to where I knew I was about to catch a few charges, and then it got to that point where I was okay, but I said, if I see them people, I'm gonna need some bail money. Somebody gonna have to get me up out of jail. But then it came to that point when I allowed myself to draw myself back. And it's just like, when you're placed in situations, even though it's hard for us to grasp that concept and just be able to digest that, if you're going through this, they're putting you through this for a reason. And if they put you in that cesspool of confusion, don't think that they won't push you out of it. But this is that thing that's going to mold you and transform you, heal you, give you that growth, that sustenance of just whatever that you lacked of is going to come back into your life. But it's going to come back into your life 10, 20 times better, and then you're going to understand and appreciate, why did I have to go through these situations? Why did I have to see things for what it is? It's like, I've been listening to the song by Kesha, and I'm not even a Kesha person. But it was like so much hurt and pain I was just really going through. I needed something just to remind me you're not alone. This is happening, but your life is not going to stay this way. You went through some very intense stuff that a lot of people wouldn't have been able to make it out of in that right mind, in that intellect, because it's just like when like I tell you, I love watching the crime stories. It's not, and I have to be able to make sure I articulate myself in a certain way, because a lot of times it's like what you choose to focus on, it becomes you. And it's like with me, with my situation and how I see the judicial system and, how they do things by law, I got pissed off because there was so many things that I have not got that closure from, that I try to understand how certain people can get away with a lot of things. And there's so much evidence to prove that they did these things, but y'all sitting around like a knot on a log. And then when I got invested in that, I'm a curious person, so I like to be able to I like to understand, because if you see all these different things that's going on in the world about these serial killers and these people that murder, the first thing they talk about is that this person went through many years of abuse. They've had head injuries left and right. And I'm looking like I'm pulling out the check mark on everything that they said that this person I had and I had. But we all have a choice on how we choose to do things. We all have a choice on where we can be able to take what is taking place in our life. Are we going to use that as a crutch to say, okay, I'm going to wreak havoc and murder all these people that I feel like I can get that energy from? It's like, okay, you attack these people that did wrong by you. You gonna tell me that emotions is just gonna go out the door when you snatch somebody's life, and especially if somebody has wronged you. I mean, I was enraged like that. I was plotting on different things, but it was like when I allowed myself to really draw back, and it took a lot to draw me back. That was like a wing and a prayer on so many blessings, that I did not embark on my impulses of darkness. I didn't allow that to happen. But then I allowed myself to see that generational curse of what pain inflicted because somebody hurt somebody else. So you put that on somebody else. And I did that to my kids. And it's just like, I even told the people that did that, how did that make you feel when you went through that? So why would you want to embark that on somebody else? And it's just like, well, damn, you didn't do exactly what they did, but you put some kind of toxic exposure to your next generation. Now I'm going hell and high water to be able to change that, and it's just like when you go through these different situations, sometimes you have to not soak in your issues, but try, because sometimes when we have problems, sometimes you just letting go that's the best solution. But sometimes you focus on trying to find every solution when it creates a bigger problem. And a lot of times you have to be able to allow yourself to let go of that, really let go, step back and just breathe. And you have to understand, and sometimes it's hard to do that when your emotions are high. I get that. I've been there a lot of times. But when last few days, I've been looking at everything and I cried, because it was just like I had to be honest with myself. The things that I've gone through did not seem fair to me, because I felt like I was violated in every kind of way. And my life has been altered to please somebody else so they can be able to do comfortable things that wasn't even entitled towards those people. But then had to be able to tell myself, these have a reason for happening the way they happen sometimes. And a lot of times you may not understand why you are being directed towards a certain situation, but knowing whatever is down that road, it has something, it holds a powerful purpose to your life. That's why I always say, pain has a reason have a pain. There's always a reason behind everything that goes through it. It's just about you, about how you choose to go about it. And sometimes if we focus too much on the wrong thing, you're going to overlook what you were supposed to learn. And a lot of times, they always tell you, just forgive that person. It's hard to be like, wait a minute, they didn't tell me sorry. They didn't even give me an explanation. A lot of times you can't expect somebody to say sorry when they're not sorry for what they did. Some people will give you that, oh, I'm sorry. And it's just for you to be able to come right back in from to do it all over again. But a lot of times you have to be able to allow yourself to take that sorry you never got, not to please them and saying it's okay for what they did, but let me allow myself to go for where I deserve. because you holding on to that. You ain't hurting them. You hurting yourself, and you give them exactly what you wanted. Because a lot of times when we feel like, oh, I want to just take somebody's life, okay, then you end up messing up your life. That's why I be looking at some of these crime shows where these folks be killing off the wives or the husband. And it's like, okay, you're not seeing how this is affecting those children. You did not just take that husband or that wife away. Now they're going to have a parent that's in jail and another parent that's in the grave. Who's suffering? Those kids. You have to be able to do, a lot of times we have to be able to make sure those choices that we're making are for the right reasons, not because it's in the heat of the moment, because you're upset, you're sad, because a lot of times after that's done, it's like you can't take it back. So when you're being directed towards a certain situation, or you're in a certain situation, allow, if you have to be able to take that breather, allow yourself to step back and see what's being taught to you. Because a lot of times we feel like, why is this happening to me? And when you're in that's the ego talking. You have to understand, you have to be able to change that vibe of perception and be able to say, what is this situation trying to teach me? What do I need to learn from this situation? Because whatever it is that I'm dealing with, it has something to do with one of my weaknesses, something I need to be able to heal from, and you're doing that because it's like, you're a strong individual. You really are. Each and every one of us are strong because you're a Heyoka. You're strong because we go through stuff in the worst kind of way. You have been embarked on some kind of trauma in the worst kind of way. And if you feel like, there's a lot of times where you can be going through stuff, really going through stuff, and just like, I don't know if I can be able to make it. But in some kind of way, whatever you have gone through, you have overcome something. You have. You may not be able to feel like you're getting through this. Because I always used to tell people, or even when I tell myself, I thought losing my mom and my sister at a very young age and having to be able to see somebody suffer each and every day was the worst thing I went through. And that was. But when I lost a biological parent that I never had a chance to be able to just connect with in the physical, that I had every opportunity to, but it was some kind of fate was, things was manufactured in a certain way for that not to happen. That was the worst thing I felt like I ever go through, because it was a part of me that is gone. But then it's just like, this situation has made you so much stronger than you ever had been. Look at all the things that you have gone through. Look at all the things you have overcome and all the things that you're conquering at that moment. And that shows you everything you got. It's like you got that warrior blood. You got that frequency. Because if you didn't, you would not be a walking trigger to the people that trigger you. Because anytime you go through something, you have somebody that constantly just keep up mess all the time. Trust and believe. You are triggering them more than they're triggering you, because they're making a purpose like, how am I going to piss this person off today? Or how can I get them distracted? You are more on their mind than they are on you. You are on theirs. So trust and believe these things that you're going through. Allow yourself to step back. Be along with your thoughts on a positive note, because it's like the more you focus on what is taking place, that all it does is fester you in something that you really, you're pushing yourself back when you should be moving forward. So allow yourself to breathe, step back, recollect, change the way you're looking at that situation, change the way you're going to move forward with that situation. Allow yourself to know if there's something else that's happening and something is being denied from you at that time, is because they're guiding you towards something that's way better than the stuff that you're dealing with now. So allow yourself to heal, allow yourself to let go, move forward, because there are better things that's on its way to you. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video. Like and subscribe, share, tell somebody about the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell. And I forgot to say it at the beginning, but I'll leave all my contact information in the description box below. I would love to give a post notification shout out to First Eye Vision, Lauren, Lorene, Brandon, much love to you, Irina Kniff. I hope I pronounced your last name right. I apologize if I haven't. Secret Agent 45 Sam, Mimi B, and Christina Faraday. Much love to you as well. Talk to you on my next video. Much love. Peace. Be wild.